Which way is the auditorium? Oh, right down here.
I'm not trying to disrespect it. If you think that's gonna work, that's that karate kick I was talking to you about. Why? Because I don't have an understanding of this weapon. I don't know how sharp this weapon is. It looks good. This looks good. First of all, I'm cutting through this one. This looks good, but look at that. Heavy pressure, it makes no sense. In a fight or battle, do I know to turn this way? You gotta be good to get off certain stuff. But in a rush, you're not looking at a knife and going, oh, that's a double edge, so I know what I'm gonna do for that. You see it as a knife. We don't have time to understand it's a double-edged knife and to do stuff like all that beautiful stuff. We don't have time for that. The karate guys we do will destroy anybody outside. Grab you, sweep you, punch you, knee you. I mean, those dudes are absolutely vicious. You wasn't gonna lose your mouth, your teeth. So things have changed. What I try to bring to you today is somebody who's authentic. He's gonna show you today something very interesting. He's gonna bring that gun and knife technique to you, and then we'll do the 52 blocks, empty hands. I'll work something with you. But we'll start with what an attacker starts with. Usually attackers start with weapons. So we'll start with weapons. A Navy sniper! Give me a hand, come on! I want you to Navy SEAL, baby! So it's not what I think, it's what he knows. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All my years in the martial arts, it's about being humble and not pontificating like I know stuff I don't know. I have 7 black belts. I didn't get them because I came in. I told one guy, I was taking my class one day and he was doing something he learned from another system, and I said, you can't do that here. We're doing jiu-jitsu right now. We're not doing taekwondo. You can't bring taekwondo to jiu-jitsu. So I was with, and you were with, the early mixed martial artists. Everybody in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s knew jiu-jitsu, karate, boxing. They were the early mixed martial art pioneers. They didn't develop a curriculum. And the 52 blocks now has a curriculum. And we want you guys to be part of it. Thank you very much. I'm gonna leave you guys to Professor Ace. You're gonna work them through. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys having your attention. My brother, what's happening, sir? What's good with you? I know everybody just wants to jump right into technique, but let's talk about a few caveats when it comes to gun disarms. Everybody with me? All right, so sir, grab the gun, please. It doesn't matter which one. Oh, you already got it in your hand. You see? That happens in real life, so you don't even see the weapon until it's what? Presented. So before we even do that, let's talk about the mechanics of this gun. Now let me ask you, this is a handgun, yes? Yes. Okay, so it's going to be in the person's hand. It is also a pistol and not a revolver. It's very important that you understand how those two guns work. So with a pistol, you're going to have a magazine and you're going to have a slide. The magazine feeds the rounds into the chamber, the slide picks it up, hammer hits the primer on the casing, out comes the projectile through the muzzle. That's how this works. So let's say if it's a revolver, right? Just safety gun grip, and you do a technique, and let's say you grab the barrel, okay? Now, on a revolver, that gun can still go off, because it has a cylinder, and it's gonna roll around. So if you don't trap the cylinder and freeze it, you're not gonna cause a malfunction. Everybody with me on that? This is where I'm going with this. So when you do gun disarms, traditionally a lot of people, they'll grab the barrel, and that's a tactical mistake. Because he's still got more leverage, he's got more strength. If he yanks it back, yank. Now that front sight just cut my hand wide open, I'm bleeding, and I'm short-circuited, and now he's gonna kill me. Everybody see where I'm going with that? You never want to do a gun disarm if you cannot reach the gun. So if you can't reach the gun, you either wait for him to get closer to you, or somehow surreptitiously, hey man, it's whatever you want, my wallet's in my back pocket. Now I'm closer, I'm within reach where I can effect a gun disarm, yes? Now, you want to comply, you want to feign compliance. You want this guy to feel like he's under control, yes or no?
Yes.
Because number one, without this gun, does he have the confidence to do what he wants to do with you? No! So this is his what? Equalizer. So he wants to instill fear into you, and you want to feign that compliance with him. Hey man, whatever you want. Agreed? Agreed. Alright, so I'm feigning compliance. What is the turtle doing this threat?
Goes in the shell.
It goes in the shell. Whatever you want. All right. So if the gun is at my torso, lower torso, amen. Whatever you want. Put it at my head. Amen. Whatever you want. He's got it to my side. Amen. Whatever you want. Wherever the gun is, where are my hands? Gun level. Also, we don't want our hands to be too far out because now it's outside of the silhouette of my body. The silhouette of my what? Shoulders. I want to keep it on the inside, and that's less likely for him to see what I'm getting ready to do. Now, have you guys ever heard the adage, action is faster than reaction? Right? You've heard that, right? That's not necessarily true. Let me show you why. Put it down for a second, right? Now, I'm just going to tap you on the chest like this. I want you to block it. Don't let me do it, right? Don't let me do it. I told what I'm getting ready to do, and I'm going to do it again. But don't let me do it. Don't let me do it. I just did it. One more time, right? And he has another hand to block it, but don't let me do it. And I just did it again. Why am I successful?
You're relaxed. He's anticipating because he don't know what you're going to do. So
Action is faster than reaction, right? But let me show you something. Let me show you why this could be true. Ready? All right. So did you see that lag right there in his decision making? About how long did that take?
6 seconds.
For him to say, "Oh, wait a minute, it's not really a threat. What should I do?" Shake his hand. What were you saying, Osama?
He said that's not an attack. That you have to
Exactly. So he had to make another decision.
at the process.
Right, so he had to process. So let me show you what's going on. Anytime you're being threatened with an action, right, you have to orient. You have to be able to see, hear, feel the threat. Yes or no?
Yes.
Orient. 2, now you have to decide. Threat or no threat? Yes? Then you have to make a plan. Parry, duck, weave, fall back, put my hand, whatever. Yes?
Yes.
And then you have to execute motor dysfunction. Right or wrong? So that's 4 acts. Wouldn't you agree? So how long does it take for the brain to send a synapse to your muscles to get that done? You saw that. It was about a second or a quarter of a second. Now, the only way you can get it fast is through training and repetition. Right?
Muscle memory.
So, and neuromuscular programming. So what I'm getting at is this. It's not that action is faster than reaction. Action precedes reaction. If I move first, he has to respond. But it's not necessarily faster than his reflexes. I don't know how fast he is. But I can move first, and you saw the time that it takes for him to make that decision. So the whole point of the gun disarm is beating his decision-making process. So let's say he has a gun disarm from the front. I'm going to show you a Krav Maga one, very popular. This shooting platform that he has is a professional. So a professional, first of all, let go. A professional's going to be back here. Hey, you see your hands. Hands up! On the floor, get down. A professional's going to stay where? He's not getting close to you. We're counting on the street thug. No training. He just wants to implement fear. Yo, man, let me get your shit, man. We're looking at this guy, right? Not this guy, because this guy's going to be back here. Right? Watching his flanks. We're not dealing with this guy. I haven't even taught you one technique yet, but I'm giving you a lot of principles. He needs that equalizer to get what he wants. Now, does he want you dead at the moment?
No.
At the moment. At the moment. Right? If he wanted you dead, you would be under a gun attack. Pop, 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 pop. He'll be shooting you. So with a gun attack, you can only do 2 things. Well, 3 things. Dodge, like the Matrix. Right? Try to find
Cover.
concealment. Try to hide so he can't see you. Concealment, which is not cover. Or find cover. What the round can't penetrate. Right or wrong? Right. That's all you do. 1 of the 3. Now, he wants something. 1 of 3 things. Information. What's the combination to the safe? Account numbers, all that kind of shit, right? Or it's possession. He wants to take you for ransom. Or to rape you. Or to kill you. Whatever. So possession, information, and money. Now, once that person gets 1 of the 3, what's your likelihood of survival?
Very low.
Exactly. Now, with all of that said, now you're ready for a gun disarm. All right, so from the front, all right, we're looking at the street though, not the professional, it'll still work. Now, I'm gonna compare and contrast. This is a typical Israeli gun disarm. I was taught by an Israeli Special Forces commander. This is what they do in the IDF. We're here from the front, see right there, that worked. Seat, rack on the floor, get down on the ground. Now, as you work, This is what they do. From the front, I'm here, boom, step in, strike, stacks the weapon on the floor. Now, it looks good. That will work, yes or no?
Yes.
But let's get his feedback. I don't know how tough he is. I don't know how fast he is. He looks like he's in shape. So if he got that gun to my chest, and I'm here, what if he resists? What if he yanks back? Yank it back. Now I can fall in, but we still have a fight, see? I don't know how tough he is or how committed he is to getting this done, yes or no? And from here, he can still what? Punch. We still got to fight here is what I'm saying. Everybody with me? All right, so we're here, right? He's got me at a gun here, and I'm here. Now I'm trapped. Pop. See, now I'm here. Down. Okay, now, if this gun goes off, who shot? I didn't really pull the trigger, he did. Yes? So right here, I can do a plethora of things. Drop a knee, hit him, boom, let go of the gun. On your face! On your face! Hands behind your back. I'm gonna break that ankle. You, call 911. Tell them I was being robbed. Yes?
Yes.
Police comes, hands up. Officer, he was trying to rob me. There's your bad guy. He's my witness. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, yes or no? Yes. All right, so let's break this down. All right, so give me a feedback off of that one.
It's more effective.
Why?
Because there is no point of attack for me.
Right.
Even as someone who has a little bit of training, there's not much I could do.
You see, he's never worked with me before. I wanted a raw response. Everybody with me? Now, so let me break it down. Gun disarm from the torso. That means from the waistline to your chest level. What you should be thinking if you're being accosted by a gun is the primary danger. Somebody tell me, what is the primary danger for a gun disarm? The idea is I need to clear the line of fire. Because if I clear the line of fire, I'm not what? I'm not shot. If you're thinking I'm going to be shot, then you just put that out to the universe. It's going to come back as truth. Yes? Yes. So I need to clear the line of fire. That's what's going on. I cleared the line of fire. He has to process what I'm doing. He's not expecting that, especially when, hey man, whatever you want. And I'm not eyeballing him. I don't want to cue him. I don't want to piss him off. I'm not eyeballing the muzzle. I don't want to scare myself. Yes? See, you need to know a lot of these things before you just, all right guys, this works with technique. Okay, you don't need gun disarm. No, you need to understand all this stuff that's going on, right? All right, so we're here. And notice he turned this way. It's still going to work. It doesn't matter how he cants the gun. My hands are up. Watch what I do. I clear. Let me show you. I clear. I clear. Clear. No, I'm here. I clear. Trap. Trap. I'm trapping. And this is very powerful because you got your lats. You got your brachialis, your biceps. Very powerful muscles here. So I'm here, I trap. Why am I trapping? Because he may try to yank it away. Yank. See? While he's yanking, pow, pow. You see what I'm saying? So half the gun disarm is already won. So watch here, I'm here, boom, pow. Now I can try to take control of the weapon, down. If it fires, gun disarm is over. Yes? Yes. So let's just work up until there. Yeah? All right, find a partner, one gun per group, and I'll come around and work with you guys. Let's go. Just get up to that part. Gun disarm from the front. Let's work. One gun per group, one gun per pair. Also, guys, with the safety gun grip, eyeball. When you guys hold the gun, if you're the bad guy, hold it with all 4 fingers on the grip so you don't break your finger. That's how you do it in training, yes? Let's go.
You moved it, still on the fight. Yeah, don't forget you gotta turn around.
Make sure when you trap it.
You've already done that, right? So as I clear, step inside your trap. Right? You should clear, trap. You can't yank that. Like move it further. Trap. So together. Then I'll come here. Alright? Keep working loose. Okay, good. Only thing I want to see better is you feign compliance. So he's here. Yeah. Good. Make sure you tell him whatever you want. Or I don't want no smoke. Hey man, just whatever. You feel me? Keep going. You good though. Fan compliance. So after that, English you going, make sure you start hey man, whatever you want. Boom. Right, so we are. Then we're gonna come here for the second move. Right here. That's all I want. So you can put the elbow or knee or what have you from there. That's right, sister. That's right, queen. Do it again.
Only thing with that is getting the full downward and still having the
I can show you something too. Now, see, he's left-handed.
Well, no, he was trying it from both sides.
Yeah, okay. Well, see, we don't be having time to read all that. You feel me? So we gotta work. So even if it's, put in your right hand first. I'm still doing this. Look, this is what I'm doing. See? Now put in your left hand. See, I'm still doing the same thing. So whether it's left hand or right hand, technique, it don't matter. It's the same technique. I don't have time to say, oh shit, it's left hand, right hand. Right.
After.
No, but I'll show you where I'm going with it. So what I did was this, right? See, and that may happen. And then I'm, but let's just say if it doesn't drop, right? I'm coming here, and I'm coming here. Low line. If it goes off, so what? And then from there, we're going to go here. All right? All right, eyeball. So here's where we were. He presents the gun. Hey man, whatever you want. Boom. Boom. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. Alright? So I'm here. Now that he's short-circuited. What do I mean by short-circuited? There's a glitch in his system. Right? His central nervous system, right? There's a glitch here. Right now the gun could drop. It could. It could, but let's just say that if it doesn't. Now that I cleared the line of fire, or it may even go off, anticipate that loud noise. Right? But where is the trajectory? At the ground. Now I can come here, look. See? And I'm going to go into an outside wrist technique. I could pop the elbow here if I want, which is great. Just use your torso. But I just want to get him off his feet. I don't want him to be a threat anymore. So I turn the gun into him and down. Where's the gun? All right, so this is the next step. This is what we're doing. So watch here. He's got the gun. Bam! Yes? I'm grabbing here, and ideally you want to step behind him. If you can. Come back here real quick. Is this possible?
Always.
Is this likely?
Projects.
Alright. Chase bank machine, right? I got, oh shit. Hey man, what do you want? Money's in my pocket. Yeah. Tight quarters, it still works, yes?
Yes.
All right, go to work, let's go. Nice. From here, you can still take it down. I'm coming from here, watch. Here, right? On your face. Hands behind your back. Yes? Let's work. Okay, so let's say I'm going to be here, I'm doing the same thing. Right? Amen, what you want. Boom. Now, I'm going to come here.
I was going to share the money with you now.
I'm here. I'm going to take her down. Right there. Awesome. Keep working, guys. Yeah. Good. Yes. Good. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I do.
So you went this way. Yeah. And boom. Outside wrist lock. Yeah. All right, eyeball. He's got me at gunpoint. Hey man, whatever you want. You hear the boom. Now, down. Once you get him down, soften him up. Drop a knee. Whatever side you want. Hit him with the gun. It may go off, but hey, that's his fault, right? Once you get possession of the gun, you drop a knee, whatever you want. Boom. Now, 180. On your face! On your face! Do it now. Don't look at me. Put your hands behind your back. Right? 180. Break. 360. I'm going to hold him at gunpoint. Now I got a bystander. Ma'am, call the police. Tell them I was being robbed. Police get there. You surrender that gun. There's your bad guy. Whole scenario. Work it. Let's go. I'm here. Right? Here. We're facing the same direction. Right. And I can break here if I want. But now I'm just going to go into an outside wrist. Knee. Pop. 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 A rack. See. On your face. Don't look at me. Hands behind your back. Do it. 180, 360. Break. You call the police, etc. Yeah?
Yeah, now I'm also joining the quarterback.
I like how you move. Moving good. Hey man, whatever you want, pop, pop, boom. Right? Now I'm here. Where I go, he has to work. He's got to go. Us. Yeah. All right, let me show you. Keep working, guys. Nice and smooth. I want to hear verbal commands. I want to see 180. I want to see 360. I want to hear you say, call the police to a bystander.
Talk to Lamar. I'm working with him too.
Alright, eyeball. So let's say he's got my lapel, my shirt, right? Everybody's seen something to this effect. Or whatever distraction you use, yeah? Everybody's seen this, right? Everybody's seen this, right? Yes. It's a wrist lock. So I'm using that same wrist lock. I'm using that same. Jam your head. Let's go. I'm using that same what? Wrist lock. So I'm building upon what you already know. I'm not teaching you anything new. Chest, clear, and strap. Break if you want. Take it down. On your stomach. Hands behind your back. Look away from me. Look away. Snap that ankle. He just tried to rob you or kill you. Call the police. 180, 360. Eliminate that threat. A couple more minutes, but I'll teach you another one. Let's go. Soften them up. Drop some knees. Get the gun. Don't help them up. You gonna help the bad guy? No. It's a good guy. Help the bad guy up. It takes a while to perfect that, but you have the idea, yes?
Yes.
All right, so I'll show you another one. I've been using you a lot. Let me use somebody else. We just covered front disarm. Yeah? Okay, side. Maybe this. Or maybe this one. You guys like that one? All right, let's work this one. You may not have seen something like that. So I'm here. ATM. Get my wallet. Guy comes up. He puts it right on my kidney. Hey, give me a shit. Hey, man, whatever you want. Now, my hands aren't here. Where are they? I'm still what? Feigning compliance, right? Hey, man, whatever you want. I clear. When I move, shoot. Say bang. When I move, shoot.
Bang.
See? I clear. When I move, shoot.
Bang.
See? That's fine. Boom. He just caught a knee to the gonads. Right? Pow! Pow, pow, pow! Yeah? Everybody see? I'm just showing what you can do from there. Just do that part. That's it. Just do that part. Let's go. Come on.
First of all, okay, which way you good? You're good. Okay. Just make sure that you turn. You don't need that one. Good.
Now drive that knee to the groin. Drive that elbow across the face. Headbutt if you want. There's some stuff you can do. Keep working that. Good. I'm here. I'm here, right? I got the wrist, I got his elbow, I got all this under control. Pow! See? If it goes up, I'm good.
Huh? Yeah, and because he jerked. Easy, baby.
right? That's better. Drive it in there. You can go. Good. All right. Let's finish it off, sir. So he's got me gun this arm from the side, right in my kidney. Hey man, whatever you want, I'm moving in. Bam. He's softened up. It can be done at this point. But let's finish it. Right? Now I'm gonna just turn it over, take it down. Everybody back. Good. Break. 180, 360, tap, bracket, do that malfunction, or we're here. Right? When I get to this point, 180, 360, neutralize, amen, whatever you want. Turn it over. I already got access to the gun now. Kill him here. On your face! Hands behind your back. Do it. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Hey, don't look at me. Break. 180, 360 call. You call the police. I'm being robbed. Yes? Let's work. I want you to be serious. You don't want your threat looking at you, right? All right, let's go. Yeah. Over. Yes, take possession. Take your gun first. There you go. All right. I don't have too much more time. Let me show you. I'm gonna give you one more. So far, I've shown you gun disarm from the front. Hey man, whatever you want. I'm here. Boom. Take down. Yes. Jimmy, I've shown you this one. We're here. Pow. Take down. Right. You see how my techniques overlap? Because see, if you overload too much shit in your toolbox, and then when you're under duress, you can't respond. You want that neuromuscular programming. Yeah? That mind-muscle connection. Yes? Alright, so I'm going to show you this one. How often have you seen this? Movies, real life. Yes? I want him. He's a little bit shorter. I'm taller. This could happen. Right? See, I want to put myself at a disadvantage as much as I can to show this technique. I'm on my heels, I'm off balance. He's kind of like choking me. Alright? What's the primary danger? Still on fire. So can I clear it right now?
Not really.
I can't clear the line of fire because it's right on my temple. I got to create the angle. Right? So in this scenario, this is more like a hostage, and he's probably going to try to take me away. Hey man, whatever you want. Everybody see what I'm doing? I got one hand up, my other hand is where? Kind of down. Because if I do this, this might incite him to what? Shoot me. Everybody see? Hey man, whatever you want. See what I just did? Hey man, whatever you want. That was a groin slap. Watch again. Yeah, he's ready now.
Natural adjustment.
Hey man, whatever you want. And right now the police or anybody could be engaging this guy, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, drop the gun. So tell us guys, you guys
Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Put it down.
See? By the time he realized what I just did, it's too late. Right.
Before his reaction and the time he has to deal with everybody.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
So this is all I want for now. Then we're gonna finish. Watch again. Hey man, what do you want? All right, let's work. Keep working, guys. Let's go.
You on 5, brother?
5 minutes. Let's go. Okay.
Hey, brother.
Not quite. Good movement, but not quite. We're here. Right? Gun to the head. Hey man, whatever you want.
Okay, right.
All right, oops. I only got a few minutes left. So let's finish it off. All right, this is the finish. Eyeball. So we here. He's got me. You guys are bystanders. Police will have you, right? Go ahead and engage him.
Put the weapon down.
Put it down.
On your face. Do it now. Turn your head. Do it. 180. 360. So let's slow it down. Let me show you what I did. Watch it. Feign compliance. Whatever you want. I'm beating his perception. I moved first. He has to respond, yes? he got short circuit. I slapped his groin. Short circuit, and he's probably shot at this point. Now I'm hooking as I turn inside. Everybody see? And then he just gives me the gun. Watch again. Hey, hey man, where's you going? Yes? All right, guys, up on. There's a lot more that I could show you. So you got this. Okay, if it's his left hand, I'm still making the same entry. I'm still doing the same thing. Yeah? To the head. To the foot. Boom. Right? Side. We just did that, right? Front of my elbow. Boom. Right? I just did. You got that overlap? See? I didn't even look, but it's still there. Where is it? I'm still doing the same shit. Whatever's in this other hand. I don't care. That's still gonna work. It's still gonna work. Under my jaw. Care. He's got it in the other hand. He's holding me. Come on, be aggressive. Like this. Give me the shit, bro. You know, he's got me like that. That's what they're gonna do. Can you right here hold me? Yeah, see? See? Have I taught you anything new? All you guys are martial artists, but what I did was...
The most important thing that I'm leaving out of here with you, thank you so much. You know, like you said, we all martial artists, we all have different techniques. I think it was most of the verbal in the beginning was the most important thing about covering distance, the time it takes between you and him and what he's doing. We got the advantage as long as we relax and use the psychology. You know what I'm saying? Because he does have to work, especially when the brother had the gun on him. He's like, put it down, and he's worried about the guy with the gun over here. The police telling him to put it down, and you know, it gives you opportunity. You know, and then at the end of the day, you gotta, you know, either you're gonna get shot or you're gonna react to what's going on.
Okay, so at this point, guys, thank you for your attention. Thanks for having me, and let's bow out.
All right, let's put our hands together, guys. Like I said to you, this is one of my guys, and we've been working on adding a component to the 52 blocks. What's missing is a gun component. What I said to you early in the days, I learned all keep the gun out your hand and all that stuff. And I'm sure a lot of you longtime martial artists, we got some of these impractical ways of attacking the gun. Another thing you talk about is firing the weapon, it will fire. That can bring fear. Giving instructions. If you take a weapon from a person, which you just mentioned, you have to give verbal commands of what you want them to do. And even when I work with police officers, and by the way, besides being Navy sniper, and besides, he's also been a police officer as well. So you're getting it from guys that knows the experience, and he's also worked in the prison system. So many lives he brings to what he shows you. And we take out of the stuff that doesn't work into the stuff that does work. And the thing that I've done in martial arts myself is to try to eliminate some of the stuff that doesn't work. And there's a lot of stuff that's good, a lot of stuff that's okay. You know, there's a lot of stuff we see on the internet that's flash. And sometimes you have to know when you're doing demonstrations and when you're in a reality fight. I got demo moves. I got demo moves. You know, I got all kinds of demo moves. That's demo moves. That's not reality fighting. So I have to understand what the difference is in demo moves and reality fighting. Same thing with guns. I can only do those moves when I bring the pain. I can only do all of this if I poke him in his eye, if I kick him in his groin. Now I can work. But all that's not going to work initially on a cat that's angry, that's strong. I'm not going to initially be able to do this. It's not going to work. He's going to resist.
Exactly.
I know doing bodyguard work and everything else, it's all pain. Pain. So definitely this is good stuff, and it's added to the 52 blocks. Now we're going to go into the 52 block hand movement. Okay, guys? If you have gloves, put them on.
Question, what do you think about SAS?
They're cool. That's Russians, you know. I learned primarily first from the IDF, from the Navy too. I was also law enforcement, hand-to-hand combat.
I see the way you hold your gun right
Now I'm morphing into my own thing. In my Aikido, I have my own system. And now it's pretty much being morphed into the 52 Blocks Federation.
What about the British, the Special Forces?
British is cool, but if you ever watch that old show on Spike TV, The Greatest Warrior,
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It basically came down to the idea and the SEALs. SEALs won. I'm ex-Navy.
Yeah, I'll definitely go up there. If you ever need me, son, if you need me with anything, most of the guys that come out of the Bronx are the champions come from our gym.
Okay.
Everything,
bro.
Everything.
That's all right.
You got a minute?
Sure.
I'm not into martial arts myself, but I think deeply about life, and there's so many things that are related to philosophy and everything else. And I see great mastery in what you're doing.
Thank you.
I think of an episode from, I think it was The Godfather, or it might have been The Sopranos. They're talking about if you don't cook the garlic enough, ruins the food, you burn it.
Absolutely.
So what's the line between mastery, confidence, and arrogance?
There's a delicate balance between all of that, arrogance, mastery, things of that nature. So I'm gonna just take it back to what Bruce Lee said. He said it best. If you think that I'm not good, you know that I'm lying. But if you know I'm good, I'm boasting. That's something how it goes. For me to say that I'm not good, you know that I'm lying.
Yeah.
Right? But evidenced by my ability, I am, but I don't want to boast about it. You let your ability speak for itself.
Right.
That's the ultimate in confidence.
I've also worked in the field as a therapist, and I see a lot of bullies or really tough guys. They're masking deep insecurity.
They're very insecure. Bullies are the most insecure people in the world. The most dangerous person in the room is the quiet person in the room. Very confident people, they don't really come off as if they're a threat. You know what I mean? It's just something inherent within, something in their essence that you know about them. So, a very confident, skilled person is not going to be colorful and boastful. You'll be able to see that in his or her spirit and how they move and how they're able to demonstrate their mastery. But yeah, bullies are just insecure people. They're just trying to use their size for intimidation or what have you. But they're very insecure and very weak.
What's the infrastructure, for lack of a better term, that needs to be in place for true confidence? I'm assuming you're at the most confident level you've ever been in your life today.
Yes.
So what's the difference between back in the day and now? What makes you confident that you weren't able to access before?
Confidence comes through repetition. The more you do something, the better you get at it. So that's when you become confident. In other words, if you don't know how to do something, you're kind of nervous about it, you're unsure about yourself, but the more skill and the more practice, you become more confident. So it's not that practice makes perfect, it's perfect practice makes perfect. And the only way to get perfect practice to be perfect is through repetition and skill and being scrutinized for perfection while you do it. And that builds your confidence over time. It's the neuromuscular programming, that muscle memory and control over a period of time. I've been doing this stuff for almost 30 years at this point. And so when you have that type of lineage, if you have that type of history, the confidence is going to come, it's going to show, because again, confidence comes through repetition and skill, and that's how it's formulated.
How would you describe the difference in the experience of viewed as a master, that people are grateful for your knowledge and your teaching, versus as being a student studying with someone that you view a master? How does that resonate differently in terms of your personal experience?
Well, it's very humbling, and it's also very flattering as well, and it's also well deserved. So to be able to take a compliment, to be able to accept homage from other people is just great. But also you want to keep that lid on yourself as always being a student. The moment you say to yourself, I've mastered it all, now you're not learning. So you always have to be in a state of learning, because that's what life is. Every day is a chance to learn and to grow.
How do people who are the elite of the elite, and there are no teachers above them other than God, how do they stay sharp? Like the Bruce Lees and people like that.
They stay sharp again by learning. Every day you wake up is a learning opportunity. There's always something else to learn. There's always something else to master. And that's what it is. It's like Lou Zhao says. He says, hey, mastering other people is strength, but mastering yourself is power. So you become powerful when you keep yourself in that learning state of mind.
I think that's part of the hype of our society.
It's ongoing. It's incessant. The only thing that is constant is change. And with change, you have to be able to adapt. In order to adapt, you must be humble enough to learn. So you're always learning.
Final question here. For people who know nothing about martial arts, like Einstein said, if you can explain it to an 8-year-old, you really understand it. What's the essence of martial arts if my 8-year-old daughter wanted to hear it?
The essence of martial arts is mastery of self and expression of self. That's what I would give you. To be able to express yourself and to master yourself. That's what martial arts is all about. I went in the Desert Storm, and I did that. And shortly after that, I went to college for a brief period of time, 2 years.
So what did you study in college?
Criminal justice.
So what did they teach you in criminal justice, basically?
Well, you know, just the basics, fundamentals, and essentials of how the legislature and the judicial system works.
Yeah.
So I worked as a correctional officer for almost 10 years on the state and county level.
Yeah.
And then I crossed over into police work, became a SWAT guy with the police department. Also became a police academy instructor, teaching defensive tactics, firearms, and driving. I became a subject matter expert in defensive tactics and started my own system.
Yeah.
At which time I
So,
began.
so your own system of what?
Of self-defense, predicated on law enforcement and guerrilla tactics. So
Okay.
I became a subject matter expert in that industry. I taught at ILETA, which is the International Law Enforcement
That's
Educators
so
Training
connected to
Association.
self-expression, because
Yes.
it's not just mastery for the sake of mastery, like I'm the joint because I've mastered it.
Right.
It's your mastery gave birth to something new.
Yes, and that gave way to Aikido, studying with the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, MMA, boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, now 52 blocks. We're all, we're conflating all those things together.
Yeah.
And you see, the years and
Yeah.
decades of this stuff coming into one.
We're here in Harlem, where modern jazz was born here. That's impacted the whole world in the way we think, actually.
Yeah.
Some of the creativity. They would come together to share their self-expression, to create something new. It's interesting because the mastery is knowledge of self, but also self-expression. When the floor was yours, when you were teaching, right, there's a whole different flavor that came out. When you're a student, that's not your time for self-expression.
Right, right.
But when you're the teacher,
Yes.
oh yes.
Yeah, the passion just channeled through me.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, yeah.
You guys are neutralizing evil.
I forget the name of the book, but it can be summed up with an analogy like this. You got sheep and you have wolves, right?
Yeah.
The wolves hunt the sheep. They predate on the sheep, yes or no?
Yeah.
So your sheep are your meat society people, your victims, etc. The wolves are the bad guys. The sheepdogs are the guys like us that are like wolves, but we don't attack, we protect. So we're like
Yeah.
the shepherd of the flock.
Yeah.
The wolves don't like the sheepdogs, right? Because they're an adversary. So that's
Yeah.
what we are. We neutralize the wolves. So I'm a sheepdog.
Do you have any interest in understanding evil?
You have to study evil to know how to defeat it.
If you were talking to an 8-year-old with all the mastery and self-expression that has accumulated in your life and come to a fine point, and you're teaching that, what's the essence of the adversary that you're counteracting? How would you describe evil to an 8-year-old?
It's an innate spirit of their heart. It's a condition of their mind. You know what I mean? So to overcome evil, you have to be able to neutralize it. But what makes me different from an evil person is that my heart is pure. My heart is pure. I'm on the good side. But I have the ability and the know-how of a bad guy. But I choose to do good with it because my heart is pure. You gotta know yourself. And not to get too philosophical, but if you know anything about the ancient Kemet pantheon of deities, right?
Yeah.
You may come across Anubis or Anpu. And Anubis, right here, I got it on my arm.
Okay.
Anubis is like the jackal, so he's the god of the underworld. And basically what this guy does, he weighs your heart on the scales of justice.
I see.
And if your heart is heavier than the truth if your heart is heavier than that truth that's on the feather of the scale, if your heart is heavier than the feather on the scale, then it's not going to be good for you.
Heavy
So you
meaning
have
that there's contradiction, there's conflict.
contradiction, malice, evil,
Oh, I see.
grudge, all the negative vibrations. If we have a light heart of love, peace, justice, joy, happiness, and it's light as a feather, you did well. And I live by that.
The reason I do what I do is I know stories are so powerful. If I was in 5th grade and I was a kid, you would have become a hero instantly. You just would have been cool, right?
Thank you.
But there's a part of me that said I could never be like that. But if there was someone gathering your story and the obstacles you had to go through and overcome, then I'd say, oh, that sounds like me. So can you break down the specifics when you had to wrestle with jealousy? Were you aware that you were jealous, or was that hidden from you? How did you come to balance the scale?
I did notice the envy and jealousy that began to kind of like surround me.
You never went through the jealousy yourself?
If you harbor jealousy in your own spirit, that's the fundamental of that, or the basis of that comes from insecurity and lack of esteem in yourself. You got to have self-love and high self-esteem for yourself. You have to know that you're worthy and that you're valuable.
You have mastery and self-expression. That was obvious and self-evident to me. If you are in the presence of someone, you can tell is insecure, doesn't have confidence. When you notice that, what's your strategy as a sensei?
My strategy is to build value. You build value through validation, giving them compliments, giving them affirmations,
Real
giving them
ones,
assurances.
based on things
Yes,
they've really
giving
done.
them positive reinforcement. That helps build a person's character, that builds their ability. And they're able to build upon that, again, through repetition of skill. You know, with that repetition of skill coupled with building value, that's how you do it.
Thank you for having this conversation with
You're
me.
welcome.